Good evening. So I was threatened to not go over my time, so I'm going to time myself. And so my topic today is really, I gave it a new topic, the 3 levels of financial empowerment every woman needs and the 3 steps they need to take right now. So I want you to look at your neighbor and say, pow. Pow. Say pow. Say it like you mean it. Pow. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. You're going to listen on to see what that's all about. But how many of you remember a time when you needed or wanted something, but you couldn't simply because you did not have enough money? Let me see your hands. All of us, all of we, as we say in Bahamians, right? Maybe it was 10 years ago. Maybe it was 10 days ago. Maybe it was 10 minutes ago, 10 hours ago. Yeah, right? We can all relate. And of course, if we think about how we felt in that moment, there's so many emotions that can come up, right? Stress, helplessness, frustration. Can we all relate to that? And so I remember my moment, or one of my moments. And I'm going to share a very quick story. It was 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and I was rushing to get my 8-year-old daughter ready for school. We were already running late. Her uniform was on. I was double checking her backpack. And all I could think about was, okay, I need to get out now because I need to beat the traffic. Anyone can relate to that? Yes, beat that traffic. And so as the clock is ticking, I'm about to get my keys, about to head out of the door. I hear a knock on the door. And the knock was, I opened it, and I saw a tall man dressed in a uniform, that same khaki uniform. They gone, eh? Okay, they gone. A khaki uniform, and he tells me that he was there to take my car. My car was being repossessed. Of course, my heart dropped. My daughter is watching, and I feel the weight of the world on my shoulder because I need to get her where she needs to be. And here I was, a single mother, in my first full year of full-time business. So that was the first year I went into my business full-time, and I was really just trying to get my daughter to school. Of course, I felt embarrassed. I begged for more time. Of course, the begging did not change. He did what? He took the car. Now, at that moment, I had 2 choices, y'all. I could have decided to buckle under the financial stress, or I could choose to build my financial power. And of course, as disempowered as I felt that day, I made the decision. We have these things called moments in our lives. That was one of the moments where I decided that I will never stay in financial survival in my life. And that was one of those moments. So I would learn, I would grow, I would claim the financial power that I had. Now, of course, fast forward almost 17 years now. My daughter is 25, has her degree, living her own life. I stand as a multiple six-figure business owner of a company called the Training Authority. I own real estate that allows me to have passive income that I can travel the world. I've worked with women literally all over the world, and it did not happen overnight. Now, why did I share that story? Because I know what it feels like to be financially disempowered, and I also know what it feels like to be financially empowered. And honestly, too many women find themselves in some version of that scenario every single day. We see the struggles, right? We see the lack of options. I heard from the previous speakers, we see what disempowerment does. We watch women stay in jobs that drain them. We watch women stay in relationships that harm them. Yes? We watch women silence their dreams because they did not have the economic strength to stand on their own. And honestly, I do not want that to happen to any woman again. And it's possible for it not to happen, because I believe that every single woman, all of you in the room, all of the women you know, and all of the women they know, have the power to make better financial choices and be empowered to live the life that they dream of. So in the next few minutes, wow, 2 minutes? 2 minutes, she's looking at me. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you just 3 steps. That's why I say power, because I don't have time to give you all the whole 5 steps in power. I'm a trainer, I talk for a living, so I'm going to give you 3. So number 1, P, program your mind. Program your mind. Before we can talk about money, we need to talk about what's on our mind about money. If we are thinking that we want to have financial power, we must release disempowering thoughts. Your mind is a VIP ticket to either wealth or struggle. Why is it so important? We have all been conditioned to believe that money is scarce. We've all been conditioned to believe that we have to work hard and grind for our money, and it's not true. So I want you to think of one financial belief that you're repeating. All of us have it. Now I want you to cross it out and replace it with truth. So maybe it's, I can't afford it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Ask yourself, how can I afford it? How can I create it? That opens your mind to possibility. Maybe it's making money is hard. No, it's not. It's not. Making money is a skill, and you can learn it. So either you are programming financial panic, or you are programming financial power. It's totally up to how you program your mind. Step number 1. Step number 2 is owning your value. Because if you do not know how to properly monetize your skills, your time, and your talent, you will always be underpaid, undervalued, and overworked. Owning your value means knowing without hesitation that your skills, your gifts, and your experience and your expertise are worth real money. Women, we are out here doing the most, y'all. We're doing a lot. Can we relate to that? We're running businesses, we're holding down careers, we're leading families, and too many of us hesitate when it comes to charging our value. We pray for financial breakthrough. We're the people who pray, right? We ask God to give us the financial breakthrough. Yet, we are still underpricing. We are still afraid to charge more. We are still waiting for someone to tell us, you deserve to be paid well. My time is up. You cannot keep discounting your gifts, shrinking in rooms, or waiting for permission when God has already given you the abundance. You cannot build financial security on fear of charging too much, fear of charging. How many of us is doing work for free that we know we should be paid for? All right. I want to skip to point number 3. Let me say this one thing. You are put on this earth. You were not put on this earth to be overworked and underpaid. A thank you does not pay the mortgage. Being nice will not fund your dream life. Your gifts deserve to be compensated, not just celebrated. If you do not set your value and own it, the world will happily have you work for free. So point number 2 is own your value. My last point. I scroll in. She done threaten me. Pow. So program your mind, own your value, and number 3, work your money. Making money is good. Earning it is good, because once you set your price and you own your value and you get paid, that's good. That's financial security. But there's another level to financial empowerment, which is financial freedom. That's where we all want to be. We don't want to stay at empowerment. Empowerment is just believing we can have it. Security is, okay, owning the value and getting paid for what we're worth. Freedom is where we want to be, and that's having our money work for us. And what do we do here? One paycheck is too close to no paycheck. One paycheck is too close to no paycheck. One income stream is too close to no options. What will happen if your main source of income suddenly goes away? What happens? The most financially free people aren't necessarily the highest paid. They are the ones who have multiple ways to make their money, so they are never stuck. And it's not multiple jobs either, because that's a whole other conversation. It's putting your money into vehicles, into assets that will work for you so that when you are sleeping, it's working. Or in my case, I take 30-day vacations, y'all. So when I go away for 30 days, the money's still coming in my account. So I don't have to be thinking about what money coming in. How do you do that? Build passive income streams. Invest in real estate. Think like an investor, not just an earner. Stocks, real estate, business ownership that's profitable enough to make you paid money. And note, you cannot determine who is financially free by looking at how they look, what they live, or what they drive. Let's be very clear. I drive with one of them little notes. I laugh. My husband always laughs at me. You always laugh at my little car. Yeah, he drives a little car, and I love to drive his little car. But guess what? When we look at our finances tell us that we're almost financially free. Almost, meaning one more investment that's happening in the next several months is going to get us there. And I drive a note, and I happily drive it. Right? Now I have the other one on the side too. So, but I like the notes. Don't look at, my point is, don't look at what someone drive or how they look or where they live and say they're financially free or not. In closing, scroll in, oh God. If you take nothing else from today, take this. Your financial future is in your hands. Not your boss's hands, not your partner's hands, not the government hands, your hands. You want to choose power over disempowerment. Amen.